In society today, we are being attacked constantly with inauthentic conversations. Fakeness, trying to look cool, trying to be somebody we're not. That is why the Damn Dude podcast is here to have the authentic conversations that need to be had in a way that will make you think and say, Damn Dude.
What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn Dude.
This is season 3, episode 52, aka episode 264 in total. And welcome to the show, you guys. Welcome. I'm your host, California Cal. And this show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives that we have in life. Because I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier, smoother, and just flat out doper life is. Yeah, dig? So, welcome to the show, you guys. This is a show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn Dude.
Damn, dude.
So, welcome, you guys. Welcome. I could probably not be any more tired right now. Yeah, fucking long night. Had ceremony last night. It was fucking incredible. Yeah, I don't even know what to say yet at this point, honestly. But there's a couple of things we're going to talk about. First, a continuation off of yesterday's episode, or not yesterday, but last episode, talking about Old Abe. It came to me after I published the episode. I was like, wait a second, I didn't even explain what Old Abe did exactly. I was like, oh, he's a war hero, right? But what he would do was he would fly ahead and he would scout out bombs, and he would alert the soldiers and the troops and whoever while they were traveling about the bombs before they would get to it. So Old Abe, I forget how many, and I probably should have looked this up before I started sharing this part, but he saved a bunch of people like so many times by discovering landmines and different bombs and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, so if you didn't catch that, go back and listen to that. Old Abe is an eagle that my great uncle, his brother, helped save Old Abe, the war hero eagle in Wisconsin way back in the day. Yeah. So anyways, that's what he did. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like, that's fucking badass, dude. So, I'm like really slow today, so that's why I sound like, oh, yeah, or at least I feel like I sound like that. So one thing I've been really, really present to is the trifecta of life for human beings, the main triangle we have to live by, which is spirit, body, and mind. Now, here's the thing, it's like, if we don't have all components of those together, we're super off balance. And when we're off balance, that shit sucks and it doesn't feel good. And life is much harder when we're not balanced. So, a lot of us, human beings, when we participate in living a better, healthier lifestyle, we often go to mind and body. And most of the time, just body even. Like a lot of times when people break up with or end a relationship or whatever, they just go start working out and this and that. And then just kind of by proxy, by nature, by, not necessarily osmosis, but like just through the process of nature, that if you start working out and taking care of your body, then all of a sudden your mind starts feeling better. Right? So it's like we can work out and eat good and be clear mind, clear body, and still be frustrated and still be upset and still just be confused and not know what the fuck is going on and It's hard to comprehend different things. And it's like, well, what is this? I'm taking care of myself. And here's the thing. It's like, it's your spirit, your connection to God, your communication with God, your communication with your own inner light, your own God, the Merkaba that exists inside of you, your vehicle, the vessel, right? Like the thing that gives you life, the fifth element, so to say. The fifth element being the element that gives all the natural four elements, which would be wind, water, air, fire, their life, right? The fifth element is the prime material of life. That's the thing, the essence of all life. And the same way how we start with dirt, air, wind, water, fire, and now we all of a sudden have fucking magic to where we can send text messages and listen to frequencies and radio waves and all of this shit. Like, how did we get there? What the fuck do you think happened? Right? It's like, I don't get why people accept that we can send a text message, but you can't stop and tap in and talk to God and talk to where you come from. Right? So it confuses me that talking to your spirit, acknowledging your spirit, doing spiritual practices is absolutely essential in life to understand our power and our position and what we're up to in life. And it's also the avenue that provides us peace and clarity and harmony in our life, right? Because I was talking to my little brother Cassius the other day, was like, dude, rather than seeking balance in life, work on seeking harmony in life. Because just by the nature of balance automatically creates imbalance.
Damn, dude.
So, because when you go to work on creating balance, the scale has to start tipping one way or the other and back and forth. And all of a sudden you're doing this like balancing act, and that's not a good way or comfortable or fun feeling way to live life, right? So rather than seeking balance in life, we should seek harmony in life. And when we are when the three main pillars of life of human beings are all in harmony, not necessarily all under this forceful balance, but rather under the flow and movement and colors and beauty of harmony and the balance of life. And see, not the balance of life, there I go. This is how we create an unbalance, I should say. The harmony of life, how all these things harmonize, how the spirit, body, and mind all harmonize. And when we don't allow them to harmonize, we're missing out on a good portion of love, of beauty, of life, of happiness, of freedom, of experience, of understanding, right? So like, a lot of people say, oh, mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit. And it's kind of became the format of saying that, and by that it kind of discounts spirit by putting it last. I think the order should be spirit, body, mind. Because when you tap in with your spirit and then you take care of your body, your mind is already taken care of at that point. You really don't have to do a whole lot. Everything is then on your own free will, your own free choice at that point to pick. So I think it's like, how do we start integrating living a life that is of ceremonious nature? How can we live life to where we honor the things that we use and do? Right? And it's like, you can create ceremony out of many things. If you have a little table full of trinkets and this and that, and things that are important to you, or rocks or feathers or whatever, that's an altar. Right? Like, we can't be scared of the words and what these different things mean and what they are, because ceremonies, altars, music, magic, all this stuff is very real and very common. Look at how long till you send a text message or create the internet to communicate to somebody else if we just stuck you on an island and all you had was the elements. Right? So it's like, dude, that's fucking magic. Right? And it's not magic though, because it's just technology of the 4D realm, of the 4D nature of the spirit world. It's the technology of that. And this is why plant medicines have technology in them. A lot of people just don't know how to use the technology of the plant medicines. And then it becomes abuse, it becomes drugs, it becomes further being lost when you don't know how to drive the vehicle of that medicine.
Damn, dude.
So it's easy for people who participate in plant medicines and stuff like that to end up very confused or very lost if you're not doing this ceremoniously, if you're not doing it respectfully, if you're not calling upon the power of your spirit guides, your protectors, the directions of your compass, the compass of life, if you don't tap in with the light, right? Then it's like it's going to be hard to integrate prayer, ceremony, meditating, breath work, self-improvement, all these things. A lot of people, when they get on the path of like self-improvement and all of that, if you really fuck with anything I'm saying, I'm telling you, if you are on the path of self-improvement, reading books, this, that, wanting to get smarter, seeking knowledge, all that, turn to spirituality immediately because it fills in all the gaps. And then all of a sudden, all the shit about success starts making sense in a whole different light. And when things that you've already heard start making sense in a different light, that's called depth. That's called understanding that you don't actually know shit. And in order to learn a deeper depth to the things you already have access to, you have to put aside your belief, your knowing, your being right to let it flow. So this is the thing, is like a lot of men this day and age, they treat their own masculinity, they're not treating their own masculinity with the sacredness that it is. And when we don't treat our masculinity as men for the sacredness that it is, we become disrespectful. We have to be angry. We got to be upset. We got something to prove. We've got some fucking fight to fight. We've got some point to make. We've got some fucking blah. Right? And it's like, fuck, we can put that down. We can outlearn that. We can overstand that. We can outgrow it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if as men, we understand the sacredness that our masculinity is, we start stepping into new levels of being men. And when we step into and relate to the sacredness that our masculinity is, not this brute, gross, disgusting thing leaving farts and hair in the locker room, that's toxic masculinity. Men's gym behavior in the bathroom is toxic masculinity because it's actually toxic, disgusting, bodily shit being left everywhere, and it's absolutely disgusting. So here's the thing though, at the same time, if all these men were aware of the sacredness that their masculinity is, they would handle themselves a little bit differently. They wouldn't be putting their balls on the same seat that somebody else just put their shoes on when they just walked out of the urinal where there was pee everywhere. Right? It's like you would just have a little more respect for yourself and a little more sense and common sense and situational awareness to not do gross stuff, to not disrespect your own ball sack by putting it on a seat where all these other dudes have sat and shoes of the bottoms of pee shoes and gym shoes have touched and sat, and you couldn't pay me to touch that seat with my fucking the back of my hand, like, let alone sit my fucking balls on it. Like, you're fucking crazy, homie. So okay, let's get back on track here. Oh shit. Okay, guys. Okay, let's get it together. So, really though, if as men collectively, as a collective conscious of what it means to be a man, to have awareness of what it means to be a man. Not only means to understand your strength, your anger, your this, your that, your passion, your love, your all of that stuff, but also to understand the feminine side of yourself, the part that lets things flow, the artsy side, the part that loves, the part that attracts you to women, right? Like, what about that part? To be able to love a woman or receive the love of a woman, it's not rigid, it's not forced, it's not calculated, it's anything but that. So how many dudes are trying to force and be rigid and structured with love and this and that, and blah, 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 right? And it's like, that's what I realized has always kind of turned me off about going on dates. It's like, I feel like I'm structuring love. So that concept was always weird to me. But now I understand that it's more so a matter of putting yourself in positions to keep the romance, the fun, the everything healthy and alive. It's not about structure this, that. I mean, a little bit. At the same time, it's more so about creating a time and a space for love, to open that time and that space to allow it to flow and to let the energy move and the love, fully engulf and embrace and share with each other, right? So it's like, and this applies to the women too, it's like if women understood the sacredness of their, and the divinity of their femininity, the divine feminine, like that is so, there's nothing more beautiful and sexy than a woman who's tapped into the divinity of her femininity. Right? When a woman can stand in that and be it and hold that space and know, all right, like the boundaries and the limits and all the aspects of it, right? And that's also what makes a man attractive too. It's like when a man knows how to contain and direct and utilize and when to use or not use the strength, the warrior spirit, the fighting spirit, right? Like, and then also know how to turn around and be loving and this and that and open and flowing. And it's like at the same time as a woman where it's like when you know when to turn shit on and just fucking soldier the fuck up. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so when men and women can both be tapped into both sides of this because we're all related, we're all our mother's child and we're all our father's child, no matter what, biologically. And that's just the way it works. So it's like if we can accept and interpret the divine power of the divine feminine as men, we then get to fucking flow and dance in the state of love and femininity and the beauty and the sacredness and the divineness that it is and the power and the strength and also the softness and the depth and the flow of it all. And it's like, it's really fascinating how many men are just afraid to let shit flow. It's crazy. It's wall, reasons, walls, wall, reason, wall, reason. And it's just this for everything. And it's like, majority of the men out there are stuck on that loop. Put up a wall, here's the reason for that, justifies it. Put up a wall, here's the reason for that, justifies it. And then they just keep proving themselves over and over and over as to why their wall is justified. And they just keep doing it over and over and over. And then you become a fucking fat old man and you just give up and you don't give a fuck and I tried. It's like, dude, no. Yes and no. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, dude. So, it's my hope that more specifically men tap into what it means to really embrace the spirit of the sacred masculine and what that is, how that relates to you, what yours is. Because if you're listening to this, you have that. And there's something where you can relate to it and it's relatable. Lean into it. It's real. There's many people who talk about this, who believe in this, who teach on this, who practice things of these natures. And it's just real. The same thing that allows you to know to do the right thing as a human being. That same light, that same everything that allows you to fucking just do your thing. That's that little knowing. That's that spirit of God. That's that spirit of the universe. That's the spirit of the light. That's the spirit of the goodness, your inner God, your soul, your Markaba, your essence. Right? And it's like always go towards that. And if you feel like you've been wandering in life and you're just walking, you're just going, you're just skipping, you're just strolling along, whatever the fuck, and you don't know where you're going, you don't know where you're walking, you're just fucking going somewhere. This is very relatable for a lot of people because I've actually been talking to this with several different men out here. And it's that a lot of us just feel like we're just walking. And especially the men who are the type to say, all right, like I know I'm supposed to do good in this world. I know I'm supposed to do this, that. And it's like, okay, but what is that? Why? How? Right? I'm just fucking marching somewhere. I'm just going somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing in life. I'm just going. And I can't stop. I'm just going. And if that resonates with you, let me share this. I had that experience and that realization with myself. And what I came to was the realization that where I'm aimlessly going, whether I'm aware of it or not, and I just keep going, I'm headed to the light. And the light is goodness. The light is love. The light is God. The light is soul, spirit, essence, beauty, love, sacredness, divinity. That's where I'm going. Everything else, whatever. That's where I'm going. And those of us who know, those of us who have some sort of calling to where we know there's just more, we know there's a deeper and bigger purpose in our life, we just know it. We're not just here for some dumb shit. Like, there's so much more. Like, what the fuck? And if you're one of those people that knows that, just keep going to the light. Everything else will figure itself out. Treat life ceremoniously as much as you can. When you discover something nice in nature, say thank you to Mother Earth, Pachamama. Say thank you to life, Great Spirit, the fifth element, the thing that gives us all life. The thing that activates the natural ingredients of nature. Right? So it's like as often as we can honor that, we can do that when we drink water. We can do it when we eat food. We can do it when you see something beautiful. You can do it whenever, for anything. Because everything that exists is of nature in some capacity, no matter how manufactured and man-made, it was of nature to some capacity because it comes from here. So, it's like our elements on earth allow that. You know what I'm saying? So, that being the case, that's what it is. So, you know, it's like, it's beautiful when we can really tap into the depth and beauty of our own self and own mind. And when we all really realize that none of us know shit. And the more that you know and are specialized in something, then the less you know about life. And that's just the trade-off. The same way that like billionaires and doctors and whatever aren't typically good at speaking with the opposite sex or dating or however the fuck you want to call it, relationships like that. They're specialized in one thing, right? So you miss out on other elements. And that's the understanding of like, you could do that And if you understand that you don't know shit, you know these things about that. But outside of that, it's like, well, I don't fucking know shit. To maintain that is to always be a student of life. And that's how you become a real master, is to always be a student. No matter the fuck what. Yeah, dig. Push away. I don't wanna be here for days. No surf by the 38. Sun, touch your face. To me is not the hit. And the last one's a PS2. And it's gonna be me and you. Damn, dude.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
You guys. Season 3, episode 52, aka episode 264 in total. And we're climbing up the ranks. The show's been rating pretty good lately, so I appreciate all the new listeners, all you guys tuning in. Yeah, if you enjoy the show, you enjoy the content, go back and enjoy all 264 fucking episodes. I've laid all the shit out. I've fucking documented having a house, a family, the whole thing, having all that fall apart, fucking living in my car, living with my parents, living with my mom, my dad, living with just fucking everywhere, living in hotels with my kids, and just this whole fucking thing. Friends dying, all sorts of stuff. I've told my whole story, how, you know, from breaking my neck, breaking all these bones, to having my best friends get murdered, to being shot at, to being accused of murder, to having my house raided, to interviewing some of my really, really fucking cool friends and family and whoever else. And yeah, it's just fucking beautiful. So thank you guys for tuning in and being along on the ride. And if you get any value out of the show, please be sure to share or donate to the show. You can donate to Cash App, Damn Dude Podcast, or I highly recommend to donate to We Clean Planet, because they are helping keep this planet clean and empowering community leaders around the world. And if you want to be a community leader in your town, as far as organizing trash pickups or just picking up trash, or you can fucking pick any angle of it, really. And it's like, if you just want to do something to do your part, there's always going to be trash bags needed, always like trash picker-upper things needed, buckets, whatever, all the stuff to just help keep things clean for the people who are just out here being fucking reckless idiots. It's all good. We love them too, and we're just going to help the planet, because the planet continuously and always will feed and help us who are of the light and doing good. So it's always good to do some shit like that. You dig? So go check that out. We Clean Planet, hashtag Clean Planet Day. All that good stuff. Go holler at Sebastian. Tell him Calvin from the Damn Dude Podcast sent you. California Cal, whatever you know me by. Yeah, otherwise, please be sure to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell your best friends, cousins, rock collecting, iron monkey welding, Spanish professor who spent 6 years learning German in a Spanish fraternity house in order to learn how to weld ornamental iron monkeys, all to be able to make these monkeys to ultimately trade for a vat of clam chowder. So, chips ahoy to you, sir, and a good day, matey. I hope the soup was worth the ornamental monkey and the weighty. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.